There's so many people that want to do this, and so many people either don't put themselves out there or don't get the opportunity. And this was just a really fortunate opportunity.
I've played up since I was about 5 years old. I couldn't actually read when I played my first game, so I kind of just made up my own story. So for me, it was just a really natural thing to want to go into this.
It's really weird to tell someone that you write about video games for a living. And then, of course, the next question is, well, how did you get, into that gig?
Right now, we are at 243 people have applied for that, which is a lot of applications to read.
There was probably a 1 week period where I was like, wow, we have a lot of writers. And then like the next week I was thinking, God, I really wish I had someone here. I wish I had, I want another person in San Francisco. I want someone in Asia. I want someone in Korea. I want someone in China. I want someone who can cover esports. I want someone like, it's amazing how quickly you adjust to your headcount and how quickly you want to expand that headcount.
So now that we've got the site launched, we're looking to beef up some of the ranks. A lot of it's kind of just, bolstering our existing capabilities with, more talent.
Right now, I have actually screened through all of our Game Critic applicants, except we got like 20 more over the weekend.
It's pretty easy for me to tell within a pretty short amount of time if the person's gonna be a right fit for the job.
The 230 that were in there last week, I went through all of them, narrowed them down to, 30 probable candidates, and I've passed those to Arthur for him to review.
I'd say it's not dissimilar journalistically from doing an interview and talking to somebody who doesn't know what's interesting about their game, or doesn't know what's interesting about themselves. You sort of have to find it.
There's this what makes you unique. I am unreasonably good at maze craze for the Atari 2600. I have written and recorded 3 rap albums. Okay, that doesn't help me, but that's cool to know. I know all the lyrics to Yakko's World song from Animaniacs, also the state song and all the US presidents. And I'm reading these and giving them kind of a hard time, but literally, I don't think mine would be better. I don't know what mine would even be. I like this. I'll deliver a Pulitzer Prize for criticism to your door. I can't promise it will be mine, but I will get you one. Promise. That's good. I like that.
You just need something to distinguish yourself. I hired Justin at Joystick, not because he won 2 AP awards for regional journalism. We hired him because his application was really funny.
They asked us for one paragraph, a single paragraph, why they should hire us.
One of the things I said was that, obviously I love games. That's not why I'm a good fit for you. It's because I'm, a journalist and I really want to find something that has more integrity to it, is more in depth. I want to actually do stories, not just, game stories.
Dave Tack, most earnest man on planet Earth. He gave us a video that basically, just explained what he wanted to do and why this was important to him.
I'm Dave Tack, and I feel fairly ridiculous as a talking head, but I want to tell you a story to tell you about myself.
I've spent the last decade as a banker, writing novella-length emails about whatever interested me to my poor friends. It took me until I was in my early 30s to finally admit what I've always known and been kind of scared to say. I'm a writer.
Things didn't feel like he was very well spoken. He also sounded very intelligent. It's you can get a lot of that from somebody. I think a lot of those intangibles are what's more important to us.
Of the existing, the founding members of Polygon, they didn't really have anybody who had expertise in the sports game. So that was sort of the basis of my application. I was like, hey, if you guys want to cover sports games, I know a guy, he's me.
One of our favorite applications at Joystick was a rap video.
A guy named Jordan Mallory did a rap application, or if you prefer the portmanteau, a rap-application. That is a guy who wanted to set himself apart from the pack and did so brilliantly.
Yo, what's up? It's Jay Phonic, aka Jordan Mallory, aka your next weekend editor. Want to give a big shout out to my man Luddy K, my boy Hoops, Chrissy G, JC, all the rest of the J crew. You know what? Because I'm about to drop a sick verse explaining why you should hire me. Aight, now check it.
I'm looking for people who are critical thinkers and good writers and can deal with a lot of pressure, because even though, again, we're not covering life or death, we are reporting for a big audience and there is a time constraint, and that can get to people. It's a deadline.
So, the elephant in the room right off is that
applied for the job.
I think there's going to be some weirdness there if we hire anybody, whether it's from or anywhere else, but like, people got a deal. Like, we're not, especially in this case, we're not poaching people. They're applying and we're hiring, so I'm not that worried about that.
Do you have the level of faith in their review skills that would make them the person that, like, can they hang?
Yeah, I think they both could.
Okay.
It's opportunistic. We do it just because the opportunity's there. But at this stage in the game, we're not looking to reinvent it, we're looking to supplement what we've got. So I think a lot of those hires are kind of, that type of hire is going to be on hold.
I'll talk to anybody on Twitter, and that is a great way to make a great impression. I'll get applications from people whose screen names I recognize, and I think, oh, I've talked to him a little bit before, and it kind of gives them a grounding that doesn't make them such a stranger.
Pester them, tweeted them over Twitter. I used to harass people over Twitter. Just get your name out there.
Pro tip from me to potential applicants: don't call or text anybody you're trying to get hired by. Send a resume in like everyone else on the planet, and maybe a rap video.
We're not content with where we are. We know that there's still a lot of stuff we have to do, still a lot of goals that we want to attain, and to do that we need to hire certain people.
We'll hire more this year, we'll hire more people next year. That's just what we have to do to keep growing the business and be competitive.
I don't look so much at experience. I don't care so much about where people have written. What is the most important to me, and that's an established voice. I care about somebody who knows how they write and knows what they write that only they can do. I kind of think that if you can't hook me in a paragraph of your cover letter, then, which is arguably one of the most important documents you're going to write if you really, 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 really want this job, then I don't see how you're going to be able to do it with a review. Everything has been about getting the site to this point where people are looking at it, using it.
About a year ago, I met with Jim and Marty, and I told them no thank you. It was maybe about 6 months later that I came back and said, hey, let's talk again. Maybe I was a little premature.
I mean, I've been somebody who's making a website for so long, I don't know how to transition to being somebody who's running a website.